of all, I hope that you look at the divisiveness and the gap not as something that is intrinsically Vietnamese, but it's intrinsically human, and more importantly, it is grounded in a very violent past of our history. Um, Vietnam went through 100 years of colonialism, right? A lot of unjust things happened then. Then Vietnam went through a civil war, right? For 20 years, from 1954. I mean, it was so bad, the country was divided. I mean, not a lot of countries were divided in this world. Vietnam was one of the few. So we went through a lot. Our people went through a lot. And you can't expect peace to just take place and then there's no more division. Divisions take generations to really be understood and to be forgiven by both sides. You look at the civil war in the US right now. Is there still division? Yes.
Still almost.
Why is the Confederate flag still there? So is there division? Yes. But it's not intrinsically American.
Right, makes sense.
That we have such division. It stemmed from the past. And therefore, what we need to do is each of us must step into it to repair it. That's each of our responsibility as a concerned citizen. Yeah, so that's the one comment I want to make. Don't feel despair or hopeless, and don't think of it as something that is intrinsically Vietnamese. That is something that I want to let the young know. You know, you can't just say, oh, let's forgive and forget. Well, you know, none of us had to go through what they had to go through. Yeah. You know, having said that, it's true that people of either my generation or your generation or my children's generation cannot also live in the present, but being chained to the past. We have to break it free. Each of us, first will define what a Vietnamese is in our own state of mind, you know. Being a Vietnamese to me might be different from yours, but who says that mine is better than yours or worse? And therefore your definition of how to be a Vietnamese in the 21st century is different also from a Vietnamese living in Vietnam. And it's also different from a Vietnamese living in Australia. I mean, I have had the opportunities to work and perform. So both in the human rights arena as well as in the entertainment arena, to come across so many segments of Vietnamese society, whether in Vietnam or abroad, you know, whether as a human rights lawyer or as a corporate lawyer. I like to think that I've seen a bit. And there is a sense of Vietnamese-ness in each of us, but there's also differences. Vietnamese in France are very different from Vietnamese in Australia, and very different from Vietnamese in Vietnam, regardless of ideology. You know, I'm not talking about even about ideology. You know, I'm just talking about cultural identification.